Are you too cheap to buy tickets to watch Ford versus Ferrari in the theaters? Well, if so, you're in luck. You're going to watch Ford versus Ferrari battle it out here on the 6-lane raceway for the King of the Misfits, coming up next. Okay, this is how it's going to work. We're going to battle out head-to-head matchups as you see how they're already lined up in each of the lanes. So we're going to have 6 different heats. The winner will go on to the winner bracket, the loser onto the loser bracket. The losers will race each other wherever they finish in that race. 1st through 6th, that's how many points you'll get. The same can be said for the faster heat too, the ones who won to qualify on. We'll add up the points at the end, and whoever has the most will win the battle of Ford versus Ferrari. Now, the overall winning car gets a shot against the Donks for the King of the Misfits title. We got that squared away. Good. We are ready to race. We have our first heat coming up now. All right, here's how it's going to work. For the odd races, 1, 3, and 5, Ferrari will be in lane 5, Ford in lane 6. For races 2, 4, and 6, Ferrari in lane 1, Ford will be in lane 2. Now, these aren't a best of 3, whoever wins 2 races first. No, whoever wins advances, whoever doesn't, doesn't. So you got to bring it starting right now to help your team out. Win this battle, Ford versus Ferrari. We're ready to go now. Lane 5, the Ferrari F50. Lane 6, the Ford GT90, the silver one. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Winner, lane 5.
All right, Ferrari, the first to strike, getting the F50 on to the second round. Silver GT90 struggled. See what it can do going in to that second round in the loser's bracket. All right, second race ready to go. We are back in black for this one. The Ferrari P4 in lane 1, the Ford GT90 in lane 2. 3, 2, 1, go.
Winner, lane 2.
I'm not going to call this a must-win already, being only the second race, but Ford did not want to go down 2-0 already. Getting the GT90 in before that P4. That 90 looking really good. All right, here we go. Race 3 ready to go. Lane 5, the Ferrari FXX. And lane 6, they're all Ford GT40s going from here. We have the purple 78. 3, 2, 1, go.
Winner, lane 5.
Wow, the Ferrari FXX looking really good. That's a big loss there for Ford, trailing 2-1 now to Ferrari. Can they pull back here in race 4? All right, here are a couple of nice looking ones here. Lane 1, the Ferrari 512M. Lane 2, the Ford GT40. Gold and black, metal on metal. This should be a good one. I have a feeling. 3, 2, 1, go.
Winner, lane 2.
All right, we finally have our first competitive race. Ford knots things up at 2 apiece with that black and gold GT40 looking really good. 512M, no slouch. Should do good in that loser's bracket though. All right, each race getting more and more tense. Here we go, race 5. Lane 5, the Ferrari 430 Scuderia. Lane 6, the blue Ford GT40. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, great breakaway speed from the Scuderia. Getting to the big end, the race was still in question, but once it hit the big end, Scuderia was gone, giving Ferrari a 3-2 advantage in that second round. Also, some really excellent footwork by our cameraman. If Coach would have put him in, he probably would have went pro. They definitely would have won state. All right, 6th and final race of the first round. In row 1, the Ferrari 250 LM. Row 2, the white Ford GT40. Very, very important race right here for Ford. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, if they're going to change the world, it started right here with this white GT40. Look at this. The 250 has the race won? I don't think so. Ford GT40 out of nowhere getting the victory, an important victory, knotting this thing up at 3 cars apiece in the finals. 3 Ferraris, 3 Fords. Nice footwork again by the cameraman. Look at that, less than half a car length. Ford GT40, big win. All right, winners bracket on the bottom. They will stay put for a minute. We're going to get the losers bracket up now. Okay, just because they're in the losers bracket doesn't mean they are not important to this overall team title, Ford versus Ferrari. I look for the 250 and the 512. Ferrari can really put a distance here going into that main event, if you want to call it next. They can do it right here. See if they put it together. 3, 2, 1, go. Not a surprise, the 251, but look at this. Ferrari 1, 2, 3 at the checkers. Puts them up 15-6 going on to that winner's bracket. Almost unsurmountable odds now for Ford. Can they do it? They have to go 1, 2, 3 in order to tie this thing up. All right, huge race, obviously, right? For more than one reason. Ferrari looking to win this battle of Ford versus Ferrari. And whichever car wins this race will have a title shot against the Impala on the donks. My guess, I don't know. I like the breakaway speed we saw from the Scuderia and that white GT40. Those would probably be my guesses. Gold 40 also look good. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Winner, lane 5.
Ferrari gets the team win. Ford made it close though. They went 2, 3, 4. They needed to go 1, 2, 3. But the breakaway speed of the Scuderia got it done. The black GT90 actually led once they got to the big end. Take a look here. We're going to freeze it up for you right here. Black GT90 out in front. Scuderia second. The black and gold 40, the white 40, and the FXX. The F50 loses control while the Scuderia pulls away for the win. Not only the overall win, but more importantly, perhaps, here in this battle, they win the battle onto the war now for the Scuderia. Take a look at finish line cam. Ferrari getting it done. And not by much, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a 3/4 of a car length victory. All right, it is now main event time. We have the Impala on the donks. Your defending champ has been, I'm not going to say untouchable, but has looked really good. Can the Ferrari 430 Scuderia bring it home? Win the battle. It's already won the battle. Can it win the war now? Bring home the strap for Ferrari. We got them in the lanes. First car to win 2 will be your champ. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, the Impala is showing some breakaway speed from the Scuderia. Take a look at this. Hits the big end and increases the lead even a little bit more. Maybe a car length, maybe even a little bit more than that. The donks wins by. A little surprised. Thought that'd be a little bit closer. Yeah, I'd say a car length and a half maybe. All right, we are back up to the start gate. Ferrari in 1, donks in 2. Donks looking to retain its King of the Misfits title. 3, 2, 1, go.
Winner, lane 2.
The margin of defeat significantly lower there for the Scuderia, but the defeat is still a defeat. The Impala on the donks wins that by maybe half a car length over the Scuderia to retain its King of the Misfits title. Take a look at this from finish line cam. See how close this really was at the end. Look at the work of the cameraman, though. Nice. Yeah, you know, that might have been even just a little bit less than half a car length for the win for the donks. Let's face it, a lot of people, for whatever reason, do not like this car. I don't know if it's because it's an Impala raised up on those donks, but whoa, wait a minute. Wow, look at what we busted out. It is the Ford GT90, the white one. This has seen action on King of the Misfits several times. This goes way back. Nick Devers, the driver of this Ford GT90. I wasn't sure if we'd ever see this car again on the Sub 4 RA channel. Now, with a chance to walk in and take that King of the Misfits title. I'm pumped. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, the Impala started off with a little bit of a lead, but the Ford GT90 was a car length down there, but it definitely narrowed that margin of defeat significantly over the course of the big end there. Maybe even less than half a car length. Remember, that GT90 hasn't run in a while. Maybe kicking off some of the cobwebs here. Very close to scoring a win. That might have been even less than half a car length. Definitely less than half a car length. Let's see what it can do once these wheels are warmed up now. Fact remains, Impala 1 win away from a second title defense tonight. 3, 2, 1, go. Dude, what a race! The GT90 found itself down again, but this time has enough in it to catch the donks right at the end. Ties this thing up at 1 apiece. Wow, look at that. I mean, that's as close as you can get, I think. I don't know. Unreal. We're going to go to a third and deciding race. Look at Sky Cam, finish line cam, whatever you want to call it, Cam. Cam Newton, anything but that, I guess. All right, getting the win for GT90. We're going to have a third and deciding race coming up here. GT90 in 2, the donks in 5. Winner takes all here. 3, 2, 1, go. New champ.
Lane 2.
Donks goes down. Oh man, that looked even closer. Let's go look at the replay here. It's pretty neck and neck. Getting to the big end. Oh, I don't know. That really doesn't show anything there. It just shows a couple of cars coming through. I think that was even closer than, let's see, Skycam. No, maybe not. Ford GT90 actually gets that by maybe a quarter. Yeah, hard to tell there. Very hard to tell with a Note 3. Regardless, Ford GT90 comes in and steals the show. Ferrari wins the battle, but in the end, when you walk out with the title, you gotta say, Ford won the war. Congratulations, Nick Devers, still piloting that car 4 years later, basically. So he is your King of the Misfits champion now in the Ford GT90. Unreal. What an unreal race. Ford versus Ferrari lived up to it in my book, and I hope it did yours as well. Just to recap, yes, Ferrari does win the team title here. 24 points to Ford's 18. However, Ford GT90 comes out with the King of the Misfits title. Go figure, only on the Sub 4 RA channel. Alright, time to give shoutouts now for everybody who picked Team Ferrari to win the team competition. Hot Wheels Boys, Anthony Yost, Aiden Orth Racing, Junior Ranklin, Dirty Deeb Racing, Chase Reagan, Tornado Alley Speedway, Dave Akers Customs, Tired Canadian, J Dean 439, The Murph Tube Channel, Rez Wheels, Nero 62 Custom Diecast, Julius Harris, Hot Car Track, John Homan, 3D Botmaker, and the Kibitzer. Congratulations, guys. Big shoutouts also go to Michael's Diecast Garage and Racing for the catch box and catch bag, and 3D Botmaker for the 6-lane raceway extension feet for the finish line gate. Alright, time to go to the Sub 4 RA Victory Lane Podium, brought to you by Dave Akers Customs. Remember, if it wasn't built by Dave, it was built by somebody else, dude. You know, I'm going to have to go back to the record books, but I think the Ford GT90 has only held the King of the Misfits title once, and that lasted for maybe the 5 minutes at the most. That live video we had, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. And I don't know if it's ran since. Either way, congratulations goes out to Nick Devers, back on the throne, the King of the Misfits champion. In the end, it looks like to me Ford wins the war. So comment down below what you think about that. Did Ford win the war even though Ferrari won the battle? Comment down below what you thought of the race. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.